All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
This is it. 19. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's get this.
Watson with a give to Miller. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
It's set. 19. Check. 9. Watch the pass.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th down, so the Texans dial up the number of their second-year punter, Trevor Daniel. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. This will be fielded at the 17. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. Oh, he sheds himself free. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And now out comes Houston. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it.
The This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When he break a couple of tackles, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So don't say nothing.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, watch it, watch it. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Hey, 59. 22, jet cover. 22, hands up.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. He finds his target, Fuller. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, it's Miller. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From the red zone now, Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
At the 8-yard line.
Full set, 19. All day, dog. How can you go?
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down and 5.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
Here's Watson. And he's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they come up now 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal.
Kill. Turn up.
They'll go with Foreman, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Jacksonville.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Going 5-3.
Here's Foles. Shoves him aside. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack.
Check 3. Mike 51.
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
32-yard line.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They got it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
1
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Check 13. Back.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Out of the gun, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A 5-yard gain brings up second down at the 20-yard line.
It's it. 19. 47. I got you, Pop.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. He's got Fuller. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Texans on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. The kick by Fairbairn is good. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach, his head coach, to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Let's go, the Texans take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. To throw is Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fuller. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Watson and the offense going to come up first and 10. And he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 9, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. He'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Watson now 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's first and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. On third down, Miller. And a good rally to the football there as it looks as if they're going to stop him a couple yards shy of the marker. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's 4th down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they stretch the lead to 6. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180. I got you. Hey, Mike, 50, we got it.
On play action, they'll throw. Throw right side of the tight end O'Shaughnessy. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 32 on the play.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one.
Now Foles. A throw left side complete to his receiver Westbrook. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Foles. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Lee's got it over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bold.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. That's fielded in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Jags grab it. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
Go, go, go.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Foles to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll set up a throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
3rd and long. It's Watson going deep for Hopkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They'll run it again with Fournette. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
A good chance. This is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
What 6-6? Pull it high. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And the blitz does come. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Texans take over first and 10. Let's go. 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
44's mine. 44's mine. Check.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Calais Campbell able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Texans on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Watson operating from the gun. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Watson now from the gun, he'll throw. Open here is Allison. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Watson looks to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Second down and goal. Watson, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Hey, Charlie.
Second and 6. He hits blue. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Purple 64. And we're going 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Hey, let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here.
On first down, it's Blue. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and run again with Blue. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Well, that's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They go play action here on first down. Now he's forced out left. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on second down. Watson, the hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Good bounce back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realized there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for the Jaguars, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll drop to 0-2, and they will try to get back in the swing.